What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I am back with some more Age of Mythology. The Titans action, spawning in the bottom of the map in the blue color, playing as Odin. His name is the Rapl. Yes, the Odin main himself, no longer confined to the restrictions of Masters of Mythology, deciding to play Odin yet again because his opponents cannot ban it. So he's at least going to get some wins out of that. His opponent today in the red color, not playing Uranos like he normally would. He is playing Zeus, and his name is Moore. And he is instructing us that he is on a winning campaign. Moore will win. That's what the underscore means. Will be, will win. All of these kind of words. Moore will be champion. Moore win. Moore insert descriptor of thing that Moore will do. We do have Zeus here on the map, Blue Lagoon. A classic map. We are back on the Voobly 5.0 balance patch after all of the craziness that extended edition brought us over the weekend. Much more calm, soothing balance in the Voobly stratosphere. Is that the word? Atmosphere? Just a sphere. The Voobly sphere. So, talking about things in this game, we do have an exposed gold mine here. Now, if you advance super quickly on this map, you're going to be fine. I'm fairly certain that Athena Rush is dead versus Odin. Odin only on any spawn of Blue Lagoon, Odin should be able to get a sub 4 minute advance time if Odin wants to get a sub 4 minute advance time. Now, what Rapl is doing here is he's saying, I don't want a sub 4 minute advance time. I want to get myself this early wood. Now, this actually doesn't increase his economy at all. You can do much more efficient builds by getting your wood first and foremost up to the 180 wood extra that you need. So you get your house, you get your temple, you get 2 ox carts and hunting dogs. Those are 5 things you need in the Archaic Age for Norse, which means this last ox cart can be delayed, saving you just a little bit of time. You can also not be hunting before hunting dogs is finished. Very, very strong idea to do that. And you don't even have to go sub 4 minutes with this build. You can still build dwarves, though the no dwarf build does get you the earliest advance with the most ability to be aggressive. Probably we're not seeing that at all here from Rapl. He's going for a much more conservative build, and we'll see what's going to happen. His resources are going to be completely fine here with the 4th giraffe, and he's going to be making his way in this game. More on the other hand. Yes. Or on the other hand, he has got all his villages on food spread out onto multiple different locations here. He's got a little bit unfortunate on this zebra, so he's only been able to send 3 villages forward. Bit of an early granary on this location is going to hurt him just a little bit because those villages are going to have to leave there. He might want to throw up barracks or a military academy archery range over here and be okay. As we do see the temple is coming up for more. We'll see what he wants to go with. Moore has not seen the forward gold mine from Rapl here. So he's got no idea that it's coming up. Rapl is throwing up some buildings here, and he's being very, very safe about this. I think this is mostly because he's expecting to see Hermes. Generally, if you see Athena, these houses like this are really, really bad. It's much better to just throw a wall here and put your houses around your town center, and then wall segment your sentry towers. And Rapl is completely disrespecting Athena here, and in a way, rightfully so. Own players have not been having any issues with Athena for quite some time, so disrespecting in favor of the Hermes, saving just a little bit of gold on the wall here. And we move on. We are seeing that Hermes is almost due, so relic has been picked up. The Wedget Eye here for Moore will give him some cheaper center, which are going to help out quite a bit, as we do see the elves are coming in onto this location here. You can go for like some cheeky like ghost building shenanigans to try and get a forest fire and pick off a whole bunch of villages. We'll see if that's what he's going to actually get here, as the villagers do retreat back. Hit these villages, and he might get 1 kill here. At the very least, he's going to be getting a lot of idle time here, so gets a little bit of damage there, but in the end, it was just a 50 wood forest fire. It does open up the gold mine though, so that's very, very nice. And now we see Rapl incredibly aggressively throwing up his longhouses in the middle of the map. This is going to be interesting from Rapl. He's going to go very, very all in here. We do see the bolt there very late from Moore, realizing he was about to lose a Valkyrie there. And we'll see how this is going to go as the Odysseus going to take down that Raven now. So what has Moore scouted? He's spotted this. He's spotted this. His Ravens have not yet spotted the actual hunting situation going on here as Rapl is going raiding cavalry, throwing axemen, super aggressive onto this location over here, pushing off that wood line here. Still no villagers have been picked off. The villagers turning around, shanking here as Moore is in just a little bit of pressure. He loses one villager. The Jason getting surrounded here. Moore not microing this one all too well as the Jason looks like it will be falling, and a ceasefire getting forced out here by Moore. That's not what you want to have happen in this matchup at all. Early ceasefire is going to hurt a lot, and we are actually seeing Moore deciding to go in with Hippocon here, thinking that maybe it'll be a better chance for him. Now, Hippocon Centaur is something we've seen quite a bit. The Hippocon actually do maybe a little bit better against the Hearser than you would think. Like the Hearser only have 20% hack armor, so the Hippocon are actually okay against Hearser. The throwing axemen that are getting built here aren't going to be of all too much use here. But Rapl is very calmly and collectively taking himself a town center in the middle of the map. Super calm. It's going to help him protect this location. But Rapl will have to deal with these Centaur that have come out. We do have Silver Law already through, so the Centaur pole marks with their 6.5 speed has come through. He's going to be looking for some raids. Going to find some raids straight away, trying to retreat those villagers back. This villager here will actually lose its life if he's unlucky here. So Centaur going to continue chasing that one down and put an end to said Gatherer. Well, says no. Dead Gatherer. Oh, no, 2 HP. The luckiest Gatherer you'll ever see does end up falling. And we do see some more raids coming in onto Moore's base there, but there's a Stray Centaur helping out to defend this one. Stray Hippocon does get taken out, and Rapl lives to fight another day. Centaur 4 more. What does he actually know is on the map? This Katoskopos is not really scouted enough. So he knows that there's food here. He doesn't know where the gold mine is. He doesn't know where the wood line is. So he can assume that it's in the back here somewhere. There we go with the Katoskopos, seeing what's going on. Now the Centaur going to circle around the side, look to come in here. We do already see a Hearser back here to help defend. Katoskopos gets one thwack, but does survive here. So 2 TCs for Moore. Sorry, for Rapl. 1 TC for Moore. So Moore's got the map control in a way. He's got the map pressure here. The map pressure. So we're going to see if these Centaur will actually kill anything now. The dwarves, they do actually survive an extra shot. So 3 Centaur is not enough to pick off 1 dwarf. You need 4 Centaur. Is that correct? Maybe I'm wrong. 3 Centaur kills 1 dwarf? Not sure. Got Sharky in the chat asking, can't you just go full raiding cavalry against Moore's strat? I would probably still throw in some of these Hearser, because that gives you builders. Not only does it give you Centaur killers, it also gives you builders. Full raiding cavalry can be very, very sad. Ooh, we do see 1 Hearser almost taking a Centaur down there as the army of Rapl is going to town on Moore, who's trying to defend. He's doing a nice job with these Centaur to defend this. And the Hearsers all get cleaned up, so there's no real way for Rapl to push in anymore here, as we do see a villager getting taken down, another villager getting taken down, Odysseus going down as well, as the Centaurs getting pushed back as well. And on this location, we see 2 Centaur falling. Moore not used to controlling these Centaur at all, seemingly. And Rapl getting 2 free kills there is absolutely huge for him. He's 73 population. He's 2 town centers. Moore's 63 population and 1 town center. A commanding advantage here for for Rapl, and we'll see if he's going to be able to convert it. The problems do arise with second gold mines. There's a gold mine here. We do see a Hersa already over here on this location. There's 5 Centaur going to be running around trying to find something, and they do actually find these villagers over here. Will be a couple of villager kills, it seems. 1 villager kill. Nice job for more there, as the villagers do manage to get into the hometown center. Survive, as Rapl going to keep chasing around. Still no walls up for Rapl, which is a little bit head scratching, because he's got all that gold in the bank. So we see some dwarves now getting taken out. The Hersa coming in to say g'day, as the Centaur are going to start sniping down some villagers here nicely. And the Hippocon swinging in on this side. There's the raiding cavalry coming through here as well. There we go. Centaur versus raiding cavalry is a victory for the Centaur raiding cavalry, for the Centaur Hippocon army. Just because those Centaur do so much damage, the Hippocon will tank for long enough, then you can just keep on killing stuff. And we are seeing these raids being very strong here for more, just continuously putting on pressure. Rapl needs to figure out a way to defend his gold mines, because at the moment he's really not doing it. He's trying to get himself up to Thundering Hooves, which are a big help, but look, even on these fights, even with medium raiders, the Centaur still doing a whole butt ton of damage here, as these Centaur trying to get out of here. And they do retreat back nicely. Dwarves returning back in onto the gold mine here, as this dwarf here going to get taken out. Do you see the Centaur does end up falling there? Nice play from Rapl, continuously sniping off those Centaur and trying to keep himself ahead on the villager count, but he is still throwing away his units very willy-nilly, as we say in Australia. Rapl going to get out of here. He does manage to pick a Centaur off. And the Centaur return back over onto this berry bush. It's not the best place to be trying to kill these villagers, because Rapl can just garrison them inside the tower and you're going to waste special attacks. But more with all the initiative right now. No gold mine left in the home base. More can put a ton of pressure over here and over here if he can get onto that location and start gold starving Rapl, who's got a very low amount of gold in his bank as well, so we can't afford that at all. But we do see some more villagers getting sniped over here. Rapl still probably on the villager advantage, even after all is said and done. And we'll see what more can do. Rapl is going to continue to put pressure on. He's doing a nice job. 107 of 110 population to 115 of 115 pop. The next step here for more is to get to the heroic age, get to the mythic age, and hit some kind of underworld timing. But he doesn't have ceasefire for the frost anymore, so it's going to be a tough one for him to continue here in this game. But he does continue to apply pressure. He is role playing very much now as an Aranos player, just flooding units in, getting good, taking really good fights. We are seeing the Valkyries coming out. We still don't have Rapl with Thundering Hooves, which is a big surprise, considering Thundering Hooves is the big technology which helps against those Centaurs, and the big reason why mass raiding cavalry can work here. But Valkyries are coming out, and they can be enough to take down these Centaur in of themselves. They do have a lot of speed themselves, but mostly they just do a whole bunch of damage. As it does come in, it starts poking away, and we see some Hersa in here as well. They can take down these Centaur very quickly, but more units streaming in here for more. The dwarves retreating back over onto this location, as the ox cart here is very much out of position and will get taken down. Rapl's army is currently plummeting. His population is at 85 right now, compared to Moore's 103. We see the Hersa getting taken out. Raiding cavalry retreating back. Villagers over here getting the food, doing all the stuff. And honestly, Moore's just keep putting pressure on. There's no reason for him to not put pressure on right now, as he should be trying to get farms set up and going to the next stage. Maybe too many villagers on favor. That's 8 villagers on favor. That's a lot of resources he's not getting. 9 villagers on favor. Normally you go 3. Every villager on top of that is not that big of a bonus to your favor gather rate. And that's maybe losing out on, I'd say, 60-ish resources a minute there. Or is that right? 60. Well, it's 6 resources a second times that by 60. You work it out. I can't work that out. That's a lot of resources, actually, he's losing out on. A lot of resources. We'll see if he's fixed that up. He has kind of fixed that up, so he'll work out where he wants to go to. Rapl retreating back with his army yet again of villagers, getting absolutely massacred here. This is a huge, huge win for more, as Rapl is in a ton of pain right now. What's he got? Lost a lot of villagers over here. He probably still has the villager lead, to be honest, even after all is said and done. But second town center is now up for more, so he's going to be able to catch up on everything. Rapl has got himself 32 villagers currently on the gold. 32. We'll see what he's going to be able to do. We've got some raids now coming in onto Moore's base. Rapl looking for some sort of return fire to the economy of Moore. We'll see how that's going to go. Thanks so much for the 17 months FDD CSJXK. Appreciate you. Thank you, my friend. As the center come in, going to be sniping a whole bunch of these villagers. Rapl trading his villagers, though, for army. And Moore has to get out of here, but he's got to be happy about the amount of damage he managed to do there. But he's still in the 108 of 130 population. Rapl is now caught back up, 100 population, remaining these random villagers here looking for gold mines to jump onto as the Centaur returning back over here, going to pick off so many more villagers. Rapl is not dealing well with this pressure that Moore is putting onto him in this game, as this raiding cavalry, the Valkyries coming in here, Moore retreating away, but he's just done so much damage yet again. And we can still see it's only looking like 30 villagers currently working, whereas Rapl is still at 50 villagers working. So it's still like a 20 villager difference there, as Moore's economy is seemingly a little bit confused. As we see some Centaur coming over here to poke at some more villagers as they're retreating away. Nice play to go after those, but Rapl is pushing in here mightily strong. He's got his Shield Maiden Valkyries out as well. Does he have the speedy raiding cavalry? Not just yet. No thundering hooves. The Valkyries are getting taken down here, as the Centaur pulling back, still trying to get as much damage as they possibly can. The Odysseus can take these down very, very fast. It's not a bad idea to invest in Olympic parentage if you can get the resources in this situation, because those heroes will last forever and you'll be able to deal with the Shield Maidens very, very nicely. But not happening just yet. See the Centaur chasing down the rest of these villagers here. Nice play to not let them get away with that. And Moore is starting to sort his economy out here. He needs to get farms set up because he's about to be running out of food very, very shortly, as Moore is able to push it. Look at the advantage in score that Moore currently has. The Rapl is still just trying to get going. The difference is that Rapple's got his farm set up and he's still losing villagers. There's still villager kills currently happening in the base of Rapl. Rapl cannot defend both of these at once. We see a whole bunch of these villagers moving forward, wanting to take this town center. This has to be reconsidered here. That's 300 wood he desperately needs to transfer in to farms right now. He cannot afford to produce villagers from any of his town centers, so even getting this town center is not going to be helping out too much. He's going to get a little bit more population space, but he's not even at full population just yet. We see the raiding cavalry coming back in. They're going to be able to circle in onto this location, trying to take down the Centaur. We still have that Valkyrie here to take that one down. Nice play. One Centaur down. The town center does come up. Is there any food over here? There is a rhino. There's 2 rhinos here. So it's actually not a bad idea for Moore to take this if he goes after those rhinos. But at the moment, he's on the wood line. He's got 32 villagers on wood at this current point in the game. And Rapple's 107 pop, still not able to get up to his max pop. We do see some raiders coming over onto this gold mine. Rapl could get a potential gold starve here, or return gold starve here, or just continue to raid and just remove any ability for Moore to have consistent gold income. But little does he know, Moore's got 1,000 gold in the bank, but these raiding cavalry are going to do a bunch of damage to these villages. Huge raid, but he's not actually able to cut them off just yet. They're just dealing basically DPS to the villagers, a whole bunch of very low HP. Meanwhile, on this location, look at the dead raiding cavalry here as the Centaur are able to push in, pick off so many units here. The dwarves falling, so many dead villagers as Rapl is continuing to chase down the villagers of Moore. He manages to take down so many of them. There's like 3 left from that gold mine. The Centaur are in over here yet again. How is Rapl's economy looking? He's still able to produce from both town centers here. The raiding cavalry still do not have their thundering hooves as the Centaur retreating back. Hippocon getting picked off. We see some more Valkyrie getting trained by Rapl. And this is more going pure Centaur here in this game, it seems. As he's now throwing up some military academies, wants to start making those hoplites. He's at 25 villages on food now, but I don't think that's all farms. He's got a lot of villages on these rhino, and he hasn't even thrown up a granary over here just yet. As he's getting pushed back, but you see the Centaur spotting these gold villages over here. We'll be able to snipe 3 Centaur do not one-hit a dwarf. There you go. There you go. Centaur getting pushed back. And there's a cheeky raid sniping a villager there. Nice play from Rapl with the Ulfsark. I'd like to see that Ulfsark sneak over here and make sure he can deny this talent center from getting grabbed by Moore. As you know, Moore wants to grab it. Rapl throwing up some more farms in his base. He's got even ox carts on these to help the efficiency out just a little bit. Farms in the classical age are incredibly slow, so you do need a whole bunch of them. That's for sure. So you see the raiders pushing off this gold mine over here. No gold mines currently for Moore to grab, as Moore is still struggling to get resources. Like, he could try and grab the middle of the map, I guess. Raiding cavalry still getting taken out. There are a whole bunch of villages here that could be getting raided right now, as we are seeing the hoplites moving in onto this position. He's only got 7 of them though, and honestly Moore can't afford to be just trading those hoplites away. He needs them to siege. Centaur will take everything else out. We'll see these Centaur coming in on the back of the raiding cavalry, going to be able to pick up a whole bunch of them with the special abilities here, making sure not to overkill too much there, splitting up into 4 and 3. Nice play from Moore as the raiding cavalry are getting picked off. We see over on this location here the granary getting taken down, and that is going to be that there, as Rapl is now able to get some wood on Moore's base. We see double temples up as well for Moore, as he's trying to basically go pure Centaur out of the mess that he's got in this game, and he's actually doing a good job. Rapl here, he's got a lot of resources in the bank. He just needs to make some Ursa, and he is trying to do that. He gets 1 or 2 out, starting to take out those Centaur nicely. As units are dropping like flies, we see the villagers even getting pulled off of the gold mine, sniping 1 Centaur. We'll be able to snipe a second one, as Moore's not paying attention. This is very nice for Rapl, as those Centaur are worth quite a bit. Rapple's 100 pop, Moore is 113. As he's still got the advantage. We see that hoplites able to start taking this town center down, but more raiding cavalry moving in onto this position. The Hersa are out now, so these Centaur will get taken down, as they are attempting to carry Moore through this game. But the big problem for Moore is, where's he getting gold from? 3 villagers on this gold mine? No villagers over here. He does have villagers on this gold mine, and there's a gold mine over here he can jump onto. So Moore still alive and well in this game, still with a gigantic advantage, still able to build those hoplites en masse. And the Hersa of Rapl doing their darnest to take the Centaur out, but Moore says no, not just yet. Centaur keep pushing in. Hoplites starting to get their damage done, but the Hersa are out yet again, and Hersa, they take a while to go down, so you have to micro very, very nicely if you want to deal with this, and we're seeing Moore do his best here as the Ursa continue to push forward, continue to take these Centaur out, and Rapl seemingly able to win this fight as Moore is 119 pop to Rapl's 120 pop. Rapl short a house somewhere here. He's on 2 town centers, so he should be at 130 population, but he doesn't care at the moment. He's just putting the pressure on. Nice micro from Moore, trying to keep his Centaur alive, doing a very good job. What you can do is you can take each individual Ursa and just target a separate Centaur when you're in these situations. But we do see the villagers helping out just a little bit, not before. Oh no, one Centaur lives with 1 HP there. Nice hold for Moore. He's alive still. Rapl still kicking as well as he's trying to push in. And the Centaur just have... Their numbers still exist. He's still going. Moore's 116 of 145 pop. I'd love to see some back buildings getting thrown up over here. We do see yet again another Centaur hitting the gold situation of Rapl, who's at 120 of 120 pop with 8 villagers on gold. Yeah. Doesn't he have shaft mine? He's only got pickaxe. So he's still very much in trouble here. But the raiding cavalry have found the gold mine of Moore. Moore can turn around and shank this now, though. He's got enough villagers here. He's probably actually sitting in the villager lead at this point. And the Centaur doing a good job taking these raiding cavalry out. The raiding cavalry are getting some good picks. And there we go with the shankage as some more units coming over here for Rapl. He wants to hit this as much as he can. Shut down the gold income as best as he can. We do see the Centaur over here is about to fall, but nice micro from Moore to keep that one alive. More Centaur coming in to help out as he knows he needs to hold on to this location over here. Is Rapl returning back over here to do what he can. And now we see the villagers coming over here, going to jump onto this gold mine. There is another gold mine in this corner that he could sneak as well, as Moore realizes he needs gold. He's also almost able to get to the heroic age. And this is going to be huge. If Moore can get to the heroic age, get himself that underworld, there's no stopping him from underworlding a location and trying to take it out, and or going to the mythic age with crazy big economy, as he's also attacking the front location here. This town center very, very low, as Rapl will have to decide what he wants to defend. As we see these villagers getting sniped down over here, this town center still very much alive. The Valkyrie able to take this one out. More still not able to advance. This town center going to be able to survive here. These 3 hoplites do not look like they're going to be enough here, even though more hoplites are coming in. It's going to be close. 150 HP. The throwing axe is going to be repairing. Still alive at this point. Moore's 113 to 145 pop, still not advanced. Rapl is 128 of 130 population, ready to get up, but he's run out of gold on this location here. Where can Rapl get gold from now is the question. As we see some throwing axemen getting sniped down, the Valkyries coming in to try and take these Centaur out as best as they can, and he will retreat away. We'll be okay here, but surely Moore has to be advancing. He is advancing. He is going through Apollo. Maybe going in with a whole bunch of Toxotes wouldn't be a bad idea. Walls and Toxotes and things like that, just to spend those resources, because he doesn't have that many farms. Only 21 with Plow. Does he have Plow? Who knows? Yes, he does. Now we see the villagers making their way over onto this gold mine for Rapl. So he's going to very happily mine that gold in the corner of the map. Moore is aware there's a gold mine there, is not aware that this is gone, but he should have some sort of idea, as we do see Moore getting a 4th town center now. That's going to be huge, and Rapl will be able to get to the heroic age himself very, very soon. This is one of those 4th town centers where I'm like, I don't actually mind it, but he does need to make sure that he's continuing to tech here behind it instead of making army, just because there's no real way for Rapl to attack his buildings. He's got to have to defend his villages somehow, but can get to the mythic age, will be in a good spot. We do see the center coming over, and we are going to be seeing these villagers getting harassed. There's so many villagers on this gold mine, as we see the hoplites trying to push in here. Rapl is doing his best to throw his army away under town center fire. We do see the Manticore coming in to take out those throwing axes. We'll be able to pick them off very, very quickly here. As the centaur gets pushed back by a stray Herser. Villagers coming over, getting the market up. Nice play from Moore. Needs more farms over here as well. Is he making himself some Hypaspis? Not just yet. Rapl, on the other hand, he is going through Skadi, and he will be able to go straight to the Mythic Age himself. The question is, does he go Balder? Does he go Tyr? That's the question. He does have himself that frost that he can use immediately and decide what he wants to do. I don't mind the Balder considering how many villages he has, but he has lost a lot. And there's the Underworld Passage coming in. Going to be going straight after the temple here. And the frost goes down, but he completely whiffs as Moore makes the great escape through the Underworld, able to return back onto this town center. Huge play there from Moore. Beautiful, beautiful play from Moore, able to dodge that frost. You don't get to see that very often. It does have about a second of time before the units actually get frosted, and then it moves out from the middle out to the outwards edges. And Moore dodges that one by jumping back through the Underworld. Beautiful, beautiful play. This game's still not over. Moore still not advancing to the next age. And then guess what? Rapl has to be finding himself his market. There it is. And he's going to be getting that 1,000 food very, very shortly with 33 villagers on food. Now we'll be able to see the Underworld getting taken out. The army returning back over here. The Valkyries will be put to a stop here after that temple goes down. And the question really does remain, which town center does he go after? Well, he's getting fortified town centers in his front one, so he goes into the back one, getting tier. There's a heavy hoplites right now going after the main town center. Will Fimbulwinter be enough to push Rapl in front? We see the Valkyries moving over here. They're going to be able to take out these villages. They're such strong units to raid with at this stage of the game. Villagers popping back out for Rapl as the raiders coming in. Fortified town centers has come through. The raiders come through, going to try and take out these hoplites, but the hoplites will survive for quite some time here. As the Manticore over here getting chased back, we do see the army of Rapl pushing forward, going after these Toxotes who are very much out of position, very much without any support. He needs his heroes here to deal with those. Town Center still alive, 55% of the way through to the Mythic Age. Moore, on the other hand, hard stuck in the Heroic Age, still trying to build villages, getting out his Heracles, everything else as well. The army of Moore retreating back in through this location, still trying to take out a Town Center as best as he can. Moore not able to advance. He's going to get a very, very big surprise with Fimbulwinter coming through. And we'll see. We'll see if there's going to be any way for Rapl to make any headway in this game, because essentially Rapl needs to get a town center back here if he wants to continue. But it's looking like he's potentially going to lose his town center here as the hoplites are going after this. The Toxotes need to stop targeting the town center though and go after those units, because this is going down. We see the Fimbulwinter coming in. The wolf spawns here. The wolf spawns here. The wolf spawns here. The wolf spawns here. Everywhere on the map that's important right now, apart from this location, there are wolf spawns. The town center yet again looking like it will survive with 100 HP. A beautiful defense thus far from Rapl. We do see the Toxotes trying to target it down. One lone throwing axeman coming in to repair this one back up. And Rapl, after 31 minutes in this game, has finally equalized on the score. But is it going to be enough? We see the Underworld getting taken out. No temple here. And Moore in the 31st minute, 45th second, decides the game is lost. 4 town centers up, and Rapl somehow, some way manages to get this win after wasting frost, after losing I don't know how many villages. What a game here by Rapl. An incredible showing from Moore as well, with all of that pressure he was able to assert, but it was just not enough in the end of the day to put the Odin of Rapl to bed. GG. Well played. My golly gosh, if you guys enjoyed this game, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTubes, hit that subscribe button. See you guys in the next game.